Okay, today we're going to talk about converting between fractions and decimals. Okay, let's start by looking at money. So if you have a dollar, $1, you were to divide it into 10 equal parts, each part would be 1/10 of a dollar. Now we know a dime is 1/10 of a dollar, okay? It's also 10 cents, okay? If I had the fraction 1/10, you can see 1/10 right there. You're going to write it just like you would say it. You have to go to the 10th place. It's 1/10. Okay. There's 4 quarters in a dollar, so each quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. So if you think about the relationship between money and fractions and decimals, it can help you to understand them. A quarter is 25 cents. Okay, if we were reading that as a decimal, we'd say 25 hundredths. There's 100 cents in a dollar. A quarter is 25 hundredths. So if you say the word name of a decimal, you can just write the fraction from it. 25 hundredths is 25 over 100. If I wanted to simplify that, I divide the numerator by 25, the denominator by 25, and I would have 1/4. Okay, so let's look to write any fraction as a decimal. You divide the numerator by the denominator. So we know a dime is 1/10 of a dollar, and if I wanted to write that as a decimal, I divide the numerator 1 by the denominator 10, and I'll get 1/10. A quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. If I wanted to write 1/4 as a decimal, if you want to write any fraction as a decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. So you're going to divide 1 by 4 and get 25 hundredths. Here's a $50 up here. Okay, it's 50 cents, or it's 5/10, but we know money goes to the hundredths place, so we write it like that. Okay, as a fraction, it would be 50 hundredths, which would reduce to 5/10. Okay. All right, so to write any fraction as a decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. You divide the top by the bottom. Sometimes you're going to get a terminating decimal. If you divide 1 by 2, okay, you'll get an answer of 5/10 with no remainder. Okay, the problem terminates. It's a terminating decimal. If you divided 5 by 8, you would get 625 thousandths. Okay, you eventually get a remainder of 0. That's a terminating decimal. Sometimes you're going to get a repeating decimal. If you were dividing 7 by 12, to write 7/12 as a decimal, you would divide 7 by 12, and you're going to get 0.583. The 3 is going to keep repeating, so you put a bar over to show it. All right, so to write any fraction as a decimal, let's look at 3/10 here. You divide the numerator by the denominator. So I'm going to put the top number under the bracket. Okay, 10 doesn't go into 3 evenly. I'm going to add a decimal, bring it right up. Okay, 3 times 10 is 30. The remainder is 0. This is a terminating decimal. 3/10 was my fraction. As a decimal, it's 3/10. Same value. You have a fraction and a decimal. Okay, and finally, how do you write decimals as fractions? Again, say the word name. This is 27 hundredths. It goes out to the hundredths place. So 100 is my denominator. 27 is my numerator. 8/10. This number only goes to the tenths place. There's 8 of them. Okay, it's 8/10, and that would reduce to 4/5. This one has a whole number. Okay, so it's 2 and 45 hundredths. Goes out to the hundredths place. Okay, I have 45 of them. It's 45 hundredths. I could reduce that, divide them both by 5. 2 and 9/20. Okay, this one here, say the word name first. It's 284 thousandths. So I know my denominator is going to be 1,000. My numerator is 284. I know I can reduce that because they're both even numbers. You can reduce that on your own and have fun. Okay, so to write a fraction as a decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, 3/5 is 6/10. And to write decimals as fractions, you say the word name of the decimal, or you see what the last place is. This one went to the hundredths place, so 100 will be the denominator. 10ths place, so 10 is the denominator. Okay, this is 8/10, 27 hundredths.